Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Business Immigration News in under 2 minutes, brought to you by the law firm of Graham Adair. My name is Chad Graham. Today I'll be covering some interesting updates on the H-1B registration fiasco, as well as a couple of other interesting tidbits. It's a lot of ground to cover in under 2 minutes. Challenge accepted. Let's go for it. The nearly 781,000 total H-1B registrations received this year marks a 61% increase over the approximately 484,000 registrations from last year. And that was an increase of 57% from the year before that, which was over 308,000. Since the online registration process started in March of 2020, there has been an increase of nearly 200%. And all this is happening during a time of flat economic growth. USCIS is currently making efforts to combat fraud in the registration process. This includes scrutinizing multiple registrations filed for the same beneficiary. More than half of all registrations were for beneficiaries who had multiple entries. USCIS has indicated that for any fraudulent registrations, they will be rejected and federal criminal investigations may be initiated. USCIS may conduct a second lottery if enough registrations are ultimately rejected. Almost 111,000 registrations were selected this year, more than the 85,000 limit, to allow for cases that will be denied. USCIS anticipates that those extra selections will be sufficient to cover any shortfall, but with so many duplicate registrations, it definitely bears watching. Another option USCIS is considering is to run the lottery based on individuals rather than employers. Under this scenario, individuals with one company sponsor would have the same likelihood of selection as those with multiple entries. A person with registrations through multiple companies who is selected in the lottery would need to select which company will have the honor of filing their H-1B. In other news, the White House has officially announced that the COVID vaccine requirement for travelers to the U.S. will end this week, Thursday, May 11th. Proof of vaccination will no longer be required at any U.S. ports of entry. And finally, an unofficial copy of the new ETA Form 9089 has been released by the Department of Labor, which we have provided below. Starting early next week, the legacy HERM online portal will no longer be available. Cases will need to be submitted through the FLAG system. Thanks for tuning in. To read more about any of these stories, please view the links below. We would love to hear your comments on any of these topics. To get in touch with us, please view our contact information below. Thanks and have a great week.